Hello. Welcome back. It's Lebo again. I'm bringing again 4 lessons that I've had to learn in my second week practicing interior design. So let's just not waste time and get started. Note 1 or point 1 is you need to always keep either a notebook or just note things down for yourself. Like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going on, and since you're learning on the field, you need to note things down. You need to remember that, oh, I meant to say that to the carpenter, I meant to say that to the tiler, or I meant to buy 1 2 3, I meant to go and exchange 1 2 3, or any subtle things that you notice and you're not able to attend to them at that point in time. You're going to have to note them down and attend to them later. So my advice is just take a minute of whatever that you're busy doing to note that things down. That will save you hours later or days, because sometimes you like bumping your head, oh my god, what did I have to do? You'll be hitting your head, what did I meant to do? And then you're going to realize that later. But had you taken it down, had you made a note of it, then you wouldn't have to struggle with what you're supposed to do or remembering stuff. I mean, I know we're all brilliant, I know we all have sharp minds, but if you have a lot going on, it's going to be very, very difficult to remember everything on the top of your head. So that's lesson number 1. Keep notes. And then lesson number 2 is this industry, it has got no set hours of work, especially if you're starting out. You don't know, you're learning. So the best thing to do is you can't be strict to say I work from this to that, because there are a lot of things that have to happen, and like I'm saying, you're learning on the go. So be flexible with your time. Only when you're set and you know what has to happen, you know how the process works, can you then say, oh, I have such set hours to work. Where I am right now, it's a very, very hot country, and what happens is most people prefer to work very, very early in the morning, so that at the peak of day, the work that I have to do is not so intense. I mean, think about builders. They have to be picking up bricks, lifting up stuff, and it's hot, and some of the things some of the stuff it's done from outside, or you're picking material from outside. So at 38 degrees Celsius, really, I don't blame people who want to start their day early. But also know that some people will have to work late into the night just to meet the deadlines that you've set for the project. So at that point in time, if somebody says to you, I think I've done this according to how you prescribed, or I think we're done with the work, it's now time for payment, isn't it easier to then rush off to site if you are able to and complete that thing then at that point in time, so that you know that, oh, of course, I'm done with this thing, I don't have to then go back to it. So set hours, you can't really have set hours of work when you're starting, but later on, yes, then you can work on that, because then you would know what you expect. And then point number 3, communication. You have to communicate. You have to communicate with your client, you have to communicate with the people that you need to. So your communication has to be very, very up to par. You understand? You either communicate either via text, WhatsApp, whichever way. Client, you need to know, let them know, oh, such and such person or such and such tradesman is working on site, and this is what they'll be doing, just to keep them in the loop, you know. In my instance, the client had, or the family member has deposited money into my account, and there is nothing as scary as somebody having your money and you don't know what's going on. So I made it a point that, you know what, at the end of each and every day, I'm gonna let this gentleman know that this is what happened, and if I've made purchases or I've made payments during the day, I also notify them, oh, this is what is happening. So I keep a running balance of how the money is going, and then at the end of the day, I'm able to submit that report to them. So that is communicating. Keep them abreast. Even the people that you need to work in site, you need to schedule who comes in first, who comes in last, and if you're expecting somebody the next day, the day before, even better, the day before or 2 days before, call them, oh, are you going to be able to make it on site? So that if they're not able to make it for whatever reason, then you can reschedule or move things around so that the next person can come in. The last thing you need is you're sitting there waiting for somebody to come and they don't come because you expect them to communicate with you. communication is both ways. So if you checked on them, you'd find out sometimes people are not able to check on you because they're attending emergencies. But if you make a call, you're able then to know beforehand that is this person going to come, is this person not going to come, are they going to come or are they not going to come? And then two, also the times that they'll be able to be on site or to come work. And then that way you're also able to plan your day somewhat, and just know what you're going to expect, what client has to expect, and also what whoever is working at the site have to expect. So communication just helps in that everybody's able to plan that day, everybody's able to know where things are at. That is point number 3, communication. And now we move on to point number 4, remain teachable. You are a designer. You are adding something to the people at the site's life. They're learning something from you, and most importantly, you are the one who has the most to benefit. You're not a builder, you're not a carpenter, you're not an electrician, you're not a painter, you're not. So if you remain teachable, there's a lot that you're going to learn within the industry. That is, it's not, I wouldn't say that it's not your core job. It is your core job, but all I'm saying is you remain learning, and that is then you're able to deliver even better service for a client. Then you're also able to enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? So if you learn from word go, you get to soak in some stuff, you're able to have better control what has to happen. Unlike if you feel like, oh my god, this stuff is to be done by builders only, I don't even want to be involved in it, or I don't want to be outside when people are touching cement, it's going to make me dirty or anything. That's not how you learn. When you want to learn, you immerse yourself in stuff, and that's how you learn, and you improve your service and you improve your life. Like it also just exposes you to stuff, so that you really are able then to determine, do I really want to do this or not? So please remain teachable for yourself, for the people that you work with, and the people that you work for. So those are the points that I think I want to share with you today. That is, keep notes, there are no set hours of work, communicate, and also remain teachable. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye.